go to Whitney.com.
Hey everybody, Whitney Ullman here at Triax Studios, and I'm excited because we are next to singer, songwriter, performer Frankie Z in the house in Atlantic City. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here.
We're excited to have you here. So
I love Atlantic City.
Yeah, so you've been here before, right? What do you like doing when you're here in Atlantic City?
I like, I like to make money, but that doesn't normally happen.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what we all aspire to, but you know, that's cool. What do you like to do, blackjack, slot machine?
I'm obsessed with roulette.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have certain numbers that you play?
5 and 20.
Okay, that's cool.
Those are my two numbers.
All right, well, you know, we love having you here in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll win big someday.
I'm gonna skip the casino today.
Oh, today? Okay, all right, that's cool. Maybe this will bring you luck, and then you can say, hey, you know.
Maybe I'll on the way down, I'll just do one.
Just remember the little people. Okay. So talk to us about performing. You've toured the world. You were in China on a solo tour for 6 weeks. You've worked with Katy Perry and other celebrities. What's it like to kind of grow in the industry?
It's really, everything's always very exciting, of course, and I'm always super humble for all the opportunities that I've had. I just always grew up loving to perform, so that's been my biggest thing. Any chance I get to be on a stage, you know, that's really what I love to do and where I love to be. So it is awesome, but it's also a lot of hard work. But you know, if you love it, you gotta do it. That's it.
And it's cool because you're from New York, right? And now, you know, you've traveled the world. Do you have a lot of friends in New York who are also, you know, singers, songwriters? Yeah,
I do. I have a lot of friends who are like a lot of dancer friends, singers, actors. So it's, you know, it's really cool, especially to see everyone's journeys and where everyone's been and the things that they've done. It's awesome.
Now, for people who may not know who you are just yet, what can you tell fans about where they can find you, or where may have they seen you, you know what I mean, like on a tour, in a concert?
Well, I've done a lot of tours, so maybe you've seen me there.
Yeah, okay.
I was on, a lot of people know me, I was on the television show The Next on the CW.
Right, with
so a lot
Joe Jonas?
With Joe Jonas,
okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of how a lot of people know me from that.
What was that show about?
It was basically a show where they would take 4 artists in different states, like New York, California, and they like searched that whole state and they picked what they thought were the top 4 artists. And then you actually were, it was a surprise, like you didn't know what was really gonna happen. And normally people say like reality TV, it's set up, but it really was a surprise.
Okay. But was it for a band or just
No, so
solo?
it was just me,
okay.
Yeah. And I'm a dance teacher as well. I teach, I am a choreographer, I teach kids. So I was actually teaching a class, and people really don't believe that it is true, but it is. I thought they were just filming behind the scenes of the class. I didn't know that like I got chosen and that I was gonna be mentored by Joe Jonas, and all of a sudden he, you know, came through the door and with like 120 kids, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a cool experience.
And then Katy Perry, you worked with her as well. How did that happen?
Katy Perry, well, we never really worked together, but her dad, it's a crazy story, saw one of my videos on YouTube through a very close friend of mine, and that had sent him the video just like, hey, like check out, you know, Frankie. And he watched a couple of my videos. I thought it was a prank.
Okay.
Like I'm like, okay, it's not really Katy Perry's dad.
Of course, right.
And he had messaged me and said like, you know, to reach out to him and call him, and he wanted to speak to me. So I was like, okay. So I call him. Everyone's like, Frankie, you're so crazy. This is, you know, it's like you're being pranked.
Yeah, right.
So I call him and I'm like, it's really him. We had a conversation. He's like, you know, so saying how like I was so talented and like how it's such a tough business and you got to keep following your dreams. And he's like, I really believe in you. And he invited me to spend the day at the Katy Perry concert, like with him and his wife, and I got to go backstage for the whole day and stuff. And we've kept in touch since then. And I was in California a couple months ago. We went to eat and stuff. So
really, that's cool. Well, you know, maybe if I go to LA or something, I'll hook up with Katy Perry's dad too, and we'll have lunch. That'd be cool. Now, when you were performing,
we could go together, the 3 of us.
That would be fun. Yes, that would be great. Now, do you live in LA now?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're still in New York though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was curious. Okay, so one of the things that I read about you was that you like to wear red underwear when you're performing because you're superstitious.
I don't have them on today.
I was going to ask that too.
No, I don't.
Wait, why red underwear? Is that a thing?
I think it's like an Italian thing. Like ever since I was younger, my mom she'd always like, you know, you got to wear the red because the Malocchio, that's what they call it.
The Bolocchio?
The Malocchio.
Malocchio.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what they call it. So like they feel like it's like it keeps away like the evil, like if people are like wishing bad upon you.
Okay.
So I have this thing now for my mom, and every time I go on stage, like I actually
always wear red underwear.
No, like if I run out of the red underwear, I'm stressed out.
Really?
Stressed.
Well, wait. Now, how many pairs of red
I
underwear?
have a lot. Because I went on tour this summer, and I was like, what am I going to do about this red underwear situation? I need to wear it every night.
Okay, but wait. They're like, are they like briefs? Or?
Yeah, no, they're red. They're red Calvin Klein.
Oh, like the
you know,
the boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so what happened was you're on stage, your pants rip, and everybody sees your red underwear.
I'm in a full white costume.
I don't think anybody was complaining, right?
Full white costume.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It was in China, so I didn't understand what they were saying, so I couldn't tell you if they were happy or not. But I was in a full white costume. I go to do something in the routine and and I had like those, you know, the pants that like the, it's like they call like the drop crotch pants, like where it's like low.
I know all about them, yeah.
So it's the first time wearing them, and I got them in China, and they were like a shinier kind of material.
Oh.
And I go to do a move, and just the whole piece just goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have
Well,
red underwear
you know,
on.
sorry we missed that. Maybe it's on video.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
It is. I think I have the clip of it.
I love it. So, and I know you're inspired by Michael Jackson. So, tell us, like, when did that start? From as a little kid, or did you grow into really appreciating his music?
I always loved Michael, even as a little kid. But yeah, as I got older, I really like appreciated it more.
Yeah.
But I've always, like, since I was a kid, like, you know, Michael to me is just the ultimate performer.
Do you move like him?
I mean, I try not to because I don't want to be, you know, I want to be the first Frankie, not, you know, the new Michael.
Okay.
So, you know, though I study a lot of what he's done, and like I've had people actually tell me, like, okay, listen, you can't do that move because it's so Michael. But sometimes you don't even realize because you're so used to doing it.
And plus, you know, you can't always reinvent. Sometimes you have to just go with what you
Yeah,
know.
of course. Like I always say, like I'm inspired by a lot of things, and then I take it and make it my own.
Yeah, smart. That's
you know,
smart.
and that's like, you know,
That's
what I take from that. But you know, Michael's the king.
That's your boy. I know. That's right. We love Michael.
That's my boy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's my boy. That's cool. That's really neat. So, I'm just trying to think of some other things that I want to ask you. I know that a fan once ripped your underwear in a meet and greet. How did that go? How was your underwear even showing for her to do that?
So I was in Canada, and it was a Jonas Brothers concert.
Yeah.
And I went to the concert, and like I was like signing like, you know, like autographs and stuff for like the girls outside, and all of a sudden, like, you know, there was a lot of them, but it wasn't really like a big deal, and out of nowhere they just started going so crazy, and I was in the middle of like this huge like just mosh pit, and a girl actually put her hand in my pants and ripped my underwear in half.
No.
Yeah, they were throwing it in the air. Like a piece of
did that hurt though?
Yeah.
Didn't that hurt?
Yeah. I had like a black eye when I left.
You had a black eye for ripping your
Yeah.
Does anybody else think that this
It was crazy.
That is a crazy story. And it's funny because I like to ask people like crazy fan
I'll
stories.
never
I think
forget,
that's the craziest.
like running into the van too, like jumping into it as we were leaving.
Do you have security now when you do these things?
And no, there was security there too. That was the best part. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess is should have fired that person. No, I'm kidding.
Wow. And I know recently you had the opportunity.
It was fun though.
I'm sure it's fun.
It's a good
Well, for you,
story.
plus you're young and fun. It's
Yeah.
probably, you know,
It was fun
when you get
then.
older, it's not going to be as fun. So you had the opportunity recently to perform in front of Rodney Jerkins. What was that like, and what was his feedback to you?
It was so awesome. I was really nervous before, you know, because I'm like, oh my God, Rodney's one of the biggest music producers in the world.
Yes.
And I was, you know, like I wanted it to be perfect, you know, like you want to make sure you give, you know, your best to, you know, for someone to see you like that. And it was awesome. He gave me a lot of insight about the music industry, and he was a really down to earth and so chill. And like, it's like, I felt like there was no, like when it was time to perform, I wasn't nervous at all because it made me feel so comfortable. And it was just, I mean, things like that are really an honor, and you're really humbled by it because not many people can say that they've had the chance to perform in front of, you know, one of the world's biggest music producers.
That's true. What did you sing for him?
I sang a couple of my new songs that are unreleased, and he liked them.
Sing us a little
he
verse?
said it was good.
Sing us a little verse of something. We want to hear it.
Okay, what do you want? I'll sing you a little verse of, it's called Forever Girl. Okay. Just really little though.
Is it about me? Were you inspired by me?
Yeah. So this is the chorus. It goes, one part's a little dirty, but.
Oh, okay. We don't mind that.
This is a little. So it goes, I wanna get to know you better. Hey, so baby, show me if it's winter. Ha. And if it is, I just might let you. Hey, Stay around and be my ever. My forever girl.
Yeah, I love it.
You heard it first.
Oh my God, we love it. Try Act 57, baby. We heard it first right here, City
That's it.
Pulse. I love it. Are you friendly with people like, let's say, Jesse McCartney? Do you know what I mean? Like he's been doing this for a long time. Do you know him? Or?
I've never met him before, but of course I
You
can
seem
know
similar
him
to me, like, you know.
People keep telling me that sometimes.
Really?
It's funny, yeah.
That is funny. Now, what about acting? Are you looking to do that as well, or do you
Yeah,
want to
I
stick to
actually
performance?
started off growing up doing acting and musical theater because I'm, from New York, and that's what I really thought I was going to be, was an actor.
Right.
Which is funny. Yeah, because then all of a sudden I was doing music, and it was kind of like, really?
Yeah, right.
And then
That's how I feel.
I fell in love with music, but yeah, I mean, in the future, I definitely, want to bark up the acting tree.
Okay, so
for sure.
you want to really kind of hone in on this first, make that your thing.
Yeah, I really want to make my breakthrough in music. I do.
Okay.
But I mean, who knows?
You will. I mean,
It might be through
obviously,
something else.
that talent. And it says, here when I was reading about you, about American Idol, you secretly cry when they pick a winner.
Yeah, and I always say, I'm like, oh, it's just my allergies.
Yeah, just your allergies.
all
That
good,
is
it's all
so
good.
funny. Is there any winner that you really related to and that you really would like to meet? Or is there somebody from that
Well,
show?
I've always loved Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Because she was the first, and I was like really little when it first, when the show started.
Yeah.
I just love like any story of somebody who really like has a dream, and like to see that that come to life at the end is always just, it's just so cool to see, and like you get to hear people's stories and the struggles that they've been through and stuff, and it really helps you like as a person too. So if that person can do it, so can I.
And you could do it also.
So it's just really inspirational.
Tell us about yourself. Do you have any fun hidden talents? Things we don't know about you?
Hidden talents. No, like people ask me this all the time. I mean, I flip and stuff. I mean, I guess that's a hidden talent.
Well, we're gonna have to show you guys some of his dance moves.
Yeah, like I flip and I do like backflips and stuff, I guess.
How did you know
but
you can do that? Have you been doing that since you
my
were a kid?
sister grew up doing gymnastics.
Oh.
And honestly, like one day we were just in the living room and she flipped me over with her hand, and then
And you were like, it's awesome.
when I did it, and
Yeah.
it kind of just happened like that. And then I took like classes after that to make, perfect it.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess that's a hidden talent.
Do you follow the news? Like, is there anything you're really passionate about going on right now?
Anything I'm really passionate about going on
Like, is there
right
a
now?
charity or?
Well, I'm always involved in a lot of charities. I just did an event 2 weeks ago for pediatric cancer.
Nice.
Miss New York ran the event.
Okay.
So that was really cool. I try to do a lot of charity events, as many as I can get to,
Yeah.
just because I love giving back. And I think it's really important as an artist to give back to people and show your support as much as you can.
Do you speak fluent Italian?
I don't. My mom does though.
I was thinking, because when you talked about your mom, you had like that little.
She's very Italian.
Yeah. I was just gonna say
My mom speaks like really, really quick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What else? What else do you want fans to know about you?
Well, I'm working on all new music right now
Okay.
that I'm really excited about. It's a completely different sound than I've ever done. And I've been in the studio just writing and, working on these records that I feel probably are the best things I've ever done.
Wow.
Just because they're the most unique.
What makes them unique? Like, what style of music is it?
It's just me, I guess. No, I'll tell you, it's definitely inspiration. It's definitely old school. It has that kind of Motown feel.
Yeah.
So that's like the inspiration behind it, and it's just like really fun, and a lot of they're like big like dance kind of records, and I'm excited about it. I really am,
Okay.
just because it's something so different than I've ever done. And I want people to hear it.
They
so.
will. Everybody's going to hear it. Do you have certain people that you aspire to work with, in the future that you would like to duet with?
I always tell people, I know it sounds crazy, I want to do a duet with Britney Spears.
Okay, why not?
Because I think she's one of for me, and people always, they have their opinions on her, but I just think growing up, she was like one of the most ultimate performers. She really knew how to put on a show, and I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
She'll bring out her
Did
snake.
you hear that, Brittany? Frankie Z.
We'll do a little, snake routine.
Okay. Yeah, she has some good songs in there. I could see you guys duetting together, though.
Yeah, I would like to do something with Britney. That would be cool.
Yeah, well, we'll have to
And Jennifer Lopez
we'll have
too.
to get Buzz to make that happen. And Jennifer
Britney
Lopez.
and J-Lo.
And J. I would like to do a duet with J-Lo.
I love J-Lo.
I would just lip sync though. That's cool.
I might just stand there and watch her though for a second.
So what's your website and where can we find more information about you?
You can go to frankiez.com.
Okay.
And that's also my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter is everything. Well, my Instagram, my Facebook, and Twitter, everything is I am Frankie Z, but my website is frankiez.com.
Great.
So that's where you can find all my info and you can see some of my videos, listen to some music on there. I have a lot of stuff and you can keep in touch with me.
Yes, we love it. Well, thank you so much for coming to Atlantic City.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
I hope that I win some money today.
Yes, we hope you win money too in Atlantic City. I hope you do, and I hope I get a cut of it if that happens.
Sure. You got it.
We'll see. Well, there you have it, everybody. It was Frankie Z right here in Atlantic City. Make sure to check him out at I am Frankie Z on social media and frankiez.com. You can keep following Go To Whitney and Tri-X 57 Studios online. And remember, before you go to AC, go to Whitney.